Welcome friends. Today's session we are going to work out one sample t-test in parametric tests. As we have already discussed about hypothesis testing. In hypothesis testing, if the population is known to us, automatically we can proceed with parametric tests. In parametric tests, one of the easiest and simplest method of testing hypothesis is one sample t-test. So that's what we are going to work it out for today's session. In this lecture video, I am going to show you how to calculate one sample t-test with two methodologies. First one is we are going to calculate manually with certain formula, and the second method we are going to cheat Excel and we are going to use data analysis tab and we are going to find or calculate one sample t-test. So that's first we'll go with manual. Okay, here I have taken an example of 6 students marks where the problem goes like this. 6 students are chosen at random from the class and given a math proficiency test. The professor wants the class to be able to score above 70 on the test, right? The 6 students get scores of 62, 92, 75, 68, 83 and 95 respectively. So what we are going to find out, can the professor have 95% confidence that the mean score for the class or the test would be above 70. So 70 is the hypothesis mean. So he is expecting, after conducting the proficiency test, the 6 students can get above 70 or lesser than 70. So for hypothesis testing, first we will calculate the following items and then we'll go for hypothesis testing. After completing this manual procedure, I will explain you how to calculate with the help of data analysis tool. There we are going to cheat the Excel and then we are going to find out. Okay, so for a one sample t-test, what else we are going to find out as per the procedure? First we are going to find the count is, it's very simple because only 6 marks have been listed, so I can make it here as 6. That's the count. Okay, we call it as n. Right, second one is sample mean. Already we have learned about how to calculate the sample mean or the average. So what I'm doing, I'm just going with equal to symbol, I'm typing average, open the bracket, I'm getting number. What I'm doing, I'm going to select all the values, I'm closing the bracket, giving enter. So this is what the sample mean or the average. Second, we are going to find standard deviation. You know what is the procedure to find standard deviation? Here equal to ST DEV, that's what the formula, and I am selecting the number, all the 6 values, closing the bracket, clicking enter. Yes, I got the standard deviation. The third step is I want to find the standard error. So we know the standard error formula is standard deviation divided by square root of n, right? Standard deviation already we have found. So what I'm doing, I'm just going with equal to standard deviation is this, taking this value and then I'm going to divide it, division symbol, and I'm going to use square root of n. So I have an option here in Excel, SQRT will give the square root. So automatically what I'm doing, SQRT, I'm getting it. Yes, I'm clicking this and n is 6. I'm selecting this value and I'm closing the bracket, I'm giving enter. Yes, I got the standard error. Over. So 4 things we have completed manually, and finally, no. In degrees of freedom, what we are going to do, we are just going to find n minus 1. Since it is very less sample, 6. So 6 minus 1 is 5. I'm just making it 5. Then I'm going to work out for hypothesized mean, as the problem itself states that 70 is the standard what the professor expect from that particular group of students, nearly 6. So what I'm doing, I'm taking 70 as the hypothesized mean as suggested in the problem itself. The next step what we are going to do is we are going to find the t-value, right, t-test value. The formula for t-test is sample mean minus hypothesized mean divided by standard error. So this was the actual formula for finding t-value. Okay, so sample mean we have calculated, hypothesized mean we have, and standard error we have calculated. So with this formula, I'm just going to calculate t-value equal to, opening the bracket, sample mean, I'm just clicking this particular value, minus hypothesized mean, I'm clicking this particular value, closing the bracket, I'm going with a division symbol, and then it is divided by standard error. I'm selecting this particular value. That's it. I'm giving enter. So this was the t-value. So we have calculated the t-value for the given marks, 1.705314, right, with the help of this formula. Now we have to identify the p-value. Okay, so here for calculating p-value, the formula is TDIST of t-value, comma, degrees of freedom, comma, 2 tail. So right, we are going to calculate p-value equal to, as I said, the formula is, first you have to go with TDIST, TDIST, while you click it, yes, we'll get, getting x what we call it as the t-value. So first x, second degrees of freedom, and then tails. One tail, it will ask one tail or two tail. So I'm going for a two tail. Okay. So here, after entering the t-value, I must go with a comma. Then only degrees of freedom value will be highlighted. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm selecting t-value. Here is the t-value what you have calculated. I'm clicking this, comma, degrees of freedom. Here degrees of freedom is 5. I'm clicking this, comma. It is asking the tails, one tail or two tailed distribution. Here I need two tailed distribution. I'm clicking this, and I'm closing the bracket. Don't forget to close the bracket. I'm closing the bracket and giving enter. Yes, 0.14 is the p-value. Now we have calculated t-value as well as p-value, right? Manually we have calculated with the help of Excel. So if a question have been asked, can the professor have 95% confidence that the mean score for the class and the test would be above 70, then I have to go for some hypothesis testing. Okay, so what I'm doing, the next step is I'm going with fixing the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. For your information, the null hypothesis is H0, the population mean lesser than 70. That is, the student score, my assumption is lesser than 70. Our hypothesis mean is 70, so lesser than 70, that's what we call it as the null hypothesis. For alternative hypothesis H1, the population mean is greater than 70. So out of these 6 students' performance, if I'm getting more than 70, automatically I will accept the alternative hypothesis. So that's what the hypothesis setting. The table value what related to the t-test is 2.01505. Here we have calculated the t value, that is 1.705314. So here, as per the calculation, right, table value is greater than the t value, right? So what I'm doing, the result is when the calculated value is lesser than the table value, automatically you have to accept the null hypothesis. What we have identified, the calculated value is 1.70, but whereas the table value is 2.01505, you can easily understand that the table value is greater than the calculated value. So automatically what we are doing, the calculated value is lesser than table value, automatically we are accepting the null hypothesis. So we can confirm that the hypothesis, null hypothesis is accepted. The population means is lesser than 70, so that the professor cannot have the confidence of getting the students, 6 students above 70. So that was the conclusion related to this particular problem. Okay, so based upon the one sample t-test. So that's about the first methodology to find the one sample t-test calculation, right? So now I'm going to explain the second methodology, which will be more easier for you, but the concept is we are going to cheat the Excel format in using data analysis tab for getting our answer. You can just see what I am doing, right? I'm selecting the same marks for our calculation. Okay, I can make it with next sheet. I'm pasting it. Yes, we have one sample t-test with the help of data analysis tab. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cheat the Excel format, but how? So here I'm going to create a dummy variable along with the marks. Okay, so what we have to make it as a confirmation is at least 2 cells have been valued, right? You can go with 0, 0. At least 2 cells we have to fill it. Then only this particular model will support us. Now I have selected. I'm going to work out the one sample t-test with the help of data analysis. I'm selecting data menu where we have data analysis tab. In data analysis, when you select, there will be a lot of analysis tools where I'm going to choose t-test. Got it? T-test 2 sample assuming unequal variance. I'm going to select this particular analysis tool. T-test 2 sample assuming unequal variance. I'm just selecting this. I'm going with OK. Right? So it is asking the variable 1 range and variable 2 range in the input data. What I'm doing for variable 1 range, I'm selecting the marks. Starting from the marks. I've selected. And for variable 2 range, I'm selecting these dummy variables. We have to select. And as I have included marks in the input variable range, I'm selecting labels. Here hypothesized mean difference already we have in our problem. 70 is the expectation or the standard. Now I'm going to make the output range in this particular tab. I'm selecting not in the next worksheet. I want the output should be displayed in the same worksheet. So output range I've selected. That's it. Nothing to add. Just go with OK. You got the answer, but we have to do some modifications. Just observe it. Since this dummy variable is for cheating Excel format, we can delete this particular cell, right? I'm making it as a table format, right? And I'm changing the name. Instead of 2 sample, I'm changing the name, 1 sample. Right? So this is what the value: mean, variance, observations, hypothesis, mean, difference. Here we must not have difference, the word difference. Instead we have to delete that difference because it have been calculated based upon these 2 cells. Now hypothesis means 70, degrees of freedom is 5, t value is 1.705, p value is 0.0744, and t critical one tail is 2.015, p two tail is 0.14, and t critical 2 tail is 2.57. So I'm just going to compare, right, this particular result with the first. See, here I'm going to paste this. You can get it. Yes, I have pasted the output what we have calculated with the help of data analysis tool here. See, we can compare with the manual procedure what you have carried out to find the one sample t-test, and with the data analysis tab. Sample mean we have 79, yes, and the degrees of freedom 5, hypothesis mean 70, and the t value 1.70. Here the t stat, this is what the t value 1.705, yes, it's correct, and the p value is 0.14, yes, p value is 0.14. Along with this particular calculation, we might have understand the table value also. Table value is t critical one tail, that what the table value, that is 2.015. Here also 2.015. So everything is perfect with the help of data analysis tool. So what we are going to do now, we have our table value and we have our calculated value. Now we are going to compare with the hypothesis. When the table value is greater than, right, when the table value is greater than the calculated value, automatically we accept the null hypothesis. The same thing what we have made it in the earlier session. That's it. So that's as another simpler method with the help of data analysis tool, but where we are going to cheat the Excel format to identify or to calculate the results. So both the way you can work it out, but you have to keep it in mind certain things what should be changed. Hope you have understood clearly related to one sample t-test. We will discuss paired sample t-test in our next session. Thank you.